Hello students, today we're talking about immunity. So, hi, my name is Satyajit Das. I am a student of B Pharmacy. So, today I'm going to teach you the lecture about immunity. So, immunity is defined as the resistance offered by the host to toxic molecules, microorganisms, and foreign body. So, we can say the immunity is the defense mechanisms shown by our body to the foreign molecules. When the foreign molecules by direct invasion get into our body's defense mechanism fight against it and reduces the harmful effect of the foreign substances. And these effects are called as the effect of the immune system. Immune system comprises of different layers and it is also defined into different types of immunity. So in the next slide we are going to talk about it. The first division, we can say the immunity can be divided into innate immunity and acquired immunity. So innate immunity is also called as inborn immunity. That means the immunity which we have from our birth to the end of our life is called as innate immunity. Acquired immunity is a type of immunity which we get acquired through throughout our life to different mode of environmental circumstances, through different uh, diseases, the immunity which developed in our body, like this. So innate immunity is again divided into two types. It is specific immunity and non-specific immunity. Specific immunity means the inborn immunity that is specific to some of the circumstances or some of the diseases is called as specific immunity. But whereas non-specific immunity deals with those immunity which is not specific. Then acquired immunity is again divided into two types. One is active immunity and another is passive immunity. So in active immunity, it is again divided into two types, that is natural immunity and artificial immunity. Then it is in the passive immunity, it is again divided into natural immunity and artificial immunity. So in the next slide we're gonna study about different types of immunity in detail. So innate immunity refers to non-specific defenses. Non-specific means those are not disease specific. Disease specific, non-specific. Uh, so non-specific means non-specific defenses. So these means basically which are not specific to some of the diseases or circumstances and the mechanisms. And is basic immunity. This is the basic immunity which may be genetically passed from one generation to other generations. So it is again I'm saying that, so innate immunity refers to non-specific defense mechanisms. So innate immunity or inborn immunity which we have from our birth to the death, those immunity are not specific. Like we are given vaccines, we are given vaccines, we are given antidotes, we are given medicines which gives us specific, gives us specific immunization, or strengthen our immunity to find against specific diseases, specific pathogens, or specific microbes. But our inborn immunity is non-specific because it it protects us from various things, but it is not specific to some things. If it will be specific to something, then it will act on them only, but it is not specific, it act on all type of circumstances like pathogens invasion, or invasion of any microbes, microorganism, or any infection, and in case of any diseases. And this is basic immunity. This is the basic type of immunity. There is not, it is first it is non specific, and second it is basic. Basic means it doesn't have different barriers which strengthens it. It is more than basic, genetically passed from one generation to next generations. It is hereditary, means it is passed from one generation to other generations. You might have seen that some of the race, black race, are resistant to some of the diseases, specific diseases, because they have these genes which code for this specific disease, and these are their inborn immunity, and these are passing from one generation to another generations. So henceforth innate immunity is completed, and these mechanisms include physical barriers. Basically physical barriers, there are two types of barriers. One is physical barriers, another is physiological barriers. Physiological barriers are skin, chemicals in the blood, and immune system cells that attack foreign cells in the body. So the innate immunity or inborn immunity basically uh, have physical barriers, and there are two type of barriers. There one is physical barriers, and another is physiological barriers. So they are physical barriers mainly, and they include skin, chemicals in the blood, and immune system cells that attack foreign cells in the body. So by one each we will see. It may be species immunity, racial immunity, or individual immunity. The innate immunity or inborn immunity again subdivided into three types, that is species immunity, racial immunity, and individual immunity. So are species immunity is individuals in the same species exhibit uniform pattern of susceptibility to different infections. So species immunity means the one type of species, all the animals in one species are susceptible to some of the diseases. Like I have said that the black race, the black people are resistant to some of the diseases like pneumonia. So this is included in the species immunity. So individuals in the same species exhibit uniform pattern. They have a uniform pattern of susceptibility to different infections. Then racial immunity. Within one species, different races show difference in the resistance. In the species mean like all the animals in one species, they have one type of resistance, but in racial immunity in the one race, like I have said, the black people are resistant to pneumonia in southern South Africa. So that is called in racial immunity. Then individual immunity, some people have been seen that they have developed some kind of immunity to some immunity towards some conditions, towards some specific diseases, towards specific pathogens, towards specific microbes. This is called individual immunity. The different individuals of the same species and races show variation to the infection. They have variation in their, we all know that due to sexual reproduction we show variation. So variation in case of it is variation due to recombination, and it leads to uh, development of different kinds of genes, hence proteins, hence the biomolecules, so that it would protect us from the diseases. So hereby we have ended the innate immunity or inborn immunity. Factors affecting immunity. So there are factors which affect the immunity. The first is age, second is nutrition, and third is hormonal influences. So again we can say that age. So we according to age we conclude the people into two three segments, and they are neonates, means infants, child or infants, adults, and geriatric patients or the old people. So in children, their immune system is not that much developed that they could fight against a disease or different conditions. So they are given food. Now they are not developed. The immune system is not developed in case of children, so they are not susceptible to some of the diseases, and is infections, disease can easily develop. But in adult the immune system is totally developed, and it works properly, and there is no need of any other development in the immune system. But they needs, we sometimes need supplements or the external products to strengthen our immune system, because there are different kind of infections, different kind of viruses, different kind of microbes, and different kinds of pathogens are have been seen who can create a very diplomatic conditions. Then the geriatric patients or the old people, so their immune system is somehow poor. Their organs have been uh, astonished, or means exhausted, so they have a poor condition of the immune system, so they need supplements to carry out their common body functions. The nutritions, so nutrition is very essential for maintaining a good health and for maintaining a good immune system. Immune system includes different kinds of organs which needs proper nutrition for their function. So we should give different kind of nutritions, and nutritions includes biomolecules like carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and minerals such as iron, magnesium, calcium, potassium, zinc, and prebiotics, probiotics, micromolecules and macromolecules, etc. And hormonal influences. Immune system also can be regulated by hormones. Our body is regulated by two systems, that is hormone system, what is called as endocrine system, and another is the electrochemical system, that is brain, and the spinal cord, what is called as CNS, central nervous system. So these systems as a coordinated way controls whole regulations in the body. So hormones are the messengers of the body, so they control this. କ'ଣ କି ରାଇଛୁ